About you now. Hey, you guys. I wanted to make another video. Here, I'm gonna adjust this just because. There, that's a little bit better. Cool. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so I grabbed some bread. I have just Oro wheat 12 grain bread, right? And I toasted it up in my handy Cuisinart toaster oven. The first set I actually burned, so I'm good at that. Polaris is really good at burning toast. You know, it happens. I was watching Rufus Du Sol. There's a if you look on Facebook, I posted it earlier. Jeffrey Bass invited everyone to watch a stream. Rufus Du Sol is playing a set in their apartment, and it turns out my friend is a neighbor of theirs. Crazy Mike Tracer lives next door, I guess, or like in the building. Anyways, cheers. Coffee, Java. I got the Java Jive. At any rate, I woke up this morning and I was like, I want to do something different, right? Because I've been here at the house after being in Texas, and I made pancakes yesterday, which were awesome. Oh, and I'm gonna grab the syrup because I'm gonna add that as well. About you now. I just have the radio on. I've noticed that being at home, I'm kind of tired of listening to a lot of electronic music, and unfortunately, with the camera going, I can't actually. Okay, on my phone, I can't stream even with Bluetooth and make a video at the same time and have the music in the background, which kind of sucks. It lacks in variety. So I just turned on the radio. Anyway, so I made pancakes yesterday, made this, oops, there goes the camera, the handy LG Q7 phone. At any rate, so I just put it in this. I love black pepper, so I had a bunch of whole black peppercorns that I used up, and I saved a lot of the bottles that are in my kitchen. I've saved to hopefully reuse, and this is one of those good reuses. So I made this syrup. What I did was I took Morena, it's pure cane sugar, organic pure cane sugar, huge bag of it at the Mexican market down the street, Gringo Loco. And all you do is really, I have filtered water. This is like a water, I'll show you. That right there is my handy water dispenser. And the gallons are filtered, thankfully, high and low filtered, carbon filtered, and then reverse osmosis, and then they add a UV light process that kills all bacteria. So I've got like 3 of these big 5-gallon jugs and a smaller 3-gallon jug, 18 gallons of water. And I have probably, I guess, a gallon left in the jug that's in there now. At any rate, so I used filtered water, took the Morena, I'll show you. The Morena pure cane sugar. This is the big, huge bag of it. You can find it probably at local grocery stores and or natural food markets or something similar. It's Morena pure cane sugar, which is nice because I found out a while ago that granulated sugar, they add cow's blood as an emulsifier. So it's crazy to think that granulated sugar isn't even vegan, that there still is like a meat byproduct. There's blood that they emulsify the sugar in cow's blood. Crazy. Learned that from some vegan friends of mine. Anyway, so you take this sugar and I did it a little bit. I made a little bit more here. You're supposed to take 1 cup. I did probably more like 2 cups. It was like 1 3/4. And I added filtered water. And let that get to a boil, and then stirred in the sugar, and then you just keep stirring it and turn the heat down low until it gets really shiny and sort of gelatinous, and you can kind of tell it becomes more of a syrup and then it stays. And the other thing is these bottles are kind of cool because it has a cork, so it will be airtight and not get mold on the top. What happened yesterday, and the whole reason I ended up having to make syrup is because woke up and I was like, I'm gonna make some pancakes in the morning. And as it were, I'm gonna adjust this a little so I don't have to lean over so hardcore. What ended up happening is I had this huge jug of real maple syrup. I'll show you. I saved the jug, of course, because I was like, oh, it's a cool jug. I'm not gonna throw it away or recycle it. I want to keep it. Maybe I can put some some kombucha in here. My friend Ben has a kombucha company, and once this quarantine is lifted, I need to get out to his place and get some kombucha. But yeah, this was this huge jar of real Vermont maple syrup. The only problem was it only has a lid that's like this. It's a metal lid, and it's not really as sealed. So if air gets in, the top of the syrup had mold on it. So a lot of organic products end up going south if containment, like the virus that we're dealing with currently, if containment isn't met. So I did not mitigate this huge jar. So I threw away a good quarter of really good Vermont maple syrup. So it was like, damn. And I went down the street. There's a little ghetto mart down the street, Superior Mini Mart, and it's cool. I was expecting it's probably going to be like $4 for like a little thing of syrup. They were completely out. They were out of toilet paper, of course, too. And at any rate, I thought, well, damn, I'm going to have to make my own syrup. So I ended up doing that because I had all that sugar. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to make a bunch of syrup. And I'm trying to steer clear of sugar as best as I can, but syrup on pancakes like this is really good. I also used to use agave nectar, which is also really good as well. And so, at any rate, woke up today, back to what I originally started this video on was, I was like, man, I want to get a peanut butter bacon sandwich, and I'm going to drizzle a little maple syrup on it just for sweetness. And I have this natural, this really good natural peanut butter that is right here. And I'm going to shift this so the camera and phone is shifted so you can watch. It's just whatever. Sorry, there's not, like, it's not professional lighting and all cool. Polaris, you're not so cool in your studio. Yeah, this is the studio, the kitchen. So gonna put some of this natural peanut butter. It's really good stuff too. Got this the other day at Hy-Vee. It's the Full Circle organic peanut butter. Good stuff. Of course, it's like there's usually a little layer of oil on the top, and you stir it, and it's really good and creamy. I prefer creamy. I used to like chunky, but I'm into the creamy. When I was younger, I was like, chunky. I want my peanut butter chunky. And now I'm like, oh no, I want creamy, smooth, silky. I guess I was chunky back then, and now I'm smooth and creamy. All right, bacon. Just made some bacon. Making bacon. And gonna put some bacon on this peanut butter. And I'm gonna do an extra, gotta, mix it in, because you just can't not have a little layer of peanut butter on this bread. So, on this slice. So I'm gonna just put a thinner layer on this slice. Spread that on there. And then, so it's like got a little cushion. And then, for the finals, the grand finale, I'm gonna drizzle a little of this homemade syrup on, and it's on there. Wow, this cork, this is gonna keep mold from getting on my syrup. Because once something sits, I have, I have a couple of like shelves in the kitchen here where I, set things, and just it sucks, you know. Mold finds its way. Air gets in through any open surface. It's going to make its way through. So I'm going to drizzle this on here. Nice. Drizzle a little of this maple syrup that I put cinnamon. Put some cinnamon in that. And yumminess. And then this slice is going to go right on here, and it's going to get all syrupy and gooey and ooey and all that ooey gooiness, as it already has on my cutting board here. I have a bamboo cutting board. It's really good for, it's antimicrobial and antibacterial. I got my big knife, and we gonna go fancy. We're gonna slice this in a diagonal fashion. How's that? And then let me plate this real quick. Grab a plate here. Plate, plato, and then there we go. And there's nothing like a good peanut butter and bacon on 12-grain wheat bread, and some coffee to wash it down. And I'm gonna take a bite. Nice. Peanut butter, bacon, and maple syrup. Well, it's not maple. Technically, it's not even maple. It's cinnamon syrup, because there is actually no maple whatsoever. So I'm calling it maple syrup, but it's damn tasty. Yeah. Happy Friday.